All right, thanks for checking out the channel. Um, I have a couple projects that I need to make, and I've been storing my planer underneath the outfield table. It's time to make its own little area on some casters so that way I can roll it into the driveway if I really want to. Throw the shop vac on it and start planing down some wood. Except I would like to make a longer outfield and infield table for this. 'Cause I'm not happy with what it is. So I hope I don't up. Here we go. All right, so the length is 50 inches, and then we're going to be 22 inches wide, which I cut these 15-inch pieces here, which should give us roughly that, give or take. And we'll have two of these, frame it up, and yeah, I'm excited. Well, this might be a little unconventional, but when I wanted to have a way to cut multiples the same length, should tank for a quick and easy solution to make multiple cuts at the same length. Let's pocket hole and screw these together. All right, so Harbor Freight casters with the brake because we don't want the planer moving while we're cutting. So just to be on the safe side, I did. They make it barely, but just to be safe, we're gonna throw a little washer on there. All right, so next up is we're gonna go 22 and 1/2 inches up, mainly because I wanted to make sure that my router, because I'm gonna roll it over here, isn't gonna hit my shelf holding thing, my bobber. I'm gonna orient these legs in this direction, mainly because I can easily put some drawers this way, just a little bit easier than this way, to utilize that space. Let's get it together. We're just going to put a couple screws in. Let's keep the table in. Nothing serious. It'll just keep it in place. And we'll countersink the screws. Alright, now it's time to take off this tray and make my own outfield. Ooh. We'll hang on to these just in case. Alright, so I've got my straight edge here on the table. I'm just saying how much more do I have to add on to this to make it. So I believe I have it. I took a little extra time just to make sure it's right. I have a flat edge. Nothing's plugged in, by the way. Flat edge that's basically coming flush with the body. All right, so there's a little bit of film missing because something wasn't adding up. I literally had my pieces of wood that are in between this piece of melamine board and this piece. Everything, all the math worked out. It was completely flat. I have a level, and I was running pieces of wood just trying to see if it was hitting an edge. It was right on the nuts. I epoxied these pieces of wood in here to keep it flat and stable. I took a couple screws up from the bottom, and what ended up happening, and I'll show you, is when I screwed up in this type of board, it created like a push-up of material, and even before I turned it on, I still kind of was running, in my straight edge and my piece of wood were just nicking the top of this table, and it was driving me bonkers. So long story short, I ended up unscrewing from the bottom, and I ended up countersinking the holes. I noticed there was material that went up and just put my outfield table just out of being level with the table of this planer itself. After that was all said and done, I reattached with screws underneath, and now it is golden like it was before I even did that. That was a mistake, but thank goodness there was a fix. Let's run the board through. Now, I will tell you this with certainty that the metal outfield table that comes with this unit, it's not extremely reliable, because no matter what piece I would have, as this would be coming out of this planer, there would always be just a little divot every single time, no matter what I did. But now that this is extended out and it's completely level and flat with this table, we don't have that imperfection. And I'll be honest with you, I don't need it to be completely flat, like monstrously flat for almost everything I do because I sand so much. And man, do I need a drum sander. It significantly changed that at the very end, which is completely amazing. So I am more than happy with the way that this turned out. The only thing I'll say I want to do is I'm going to put finish into this wood on the side so that way moisture doesn't get into that, or helps prevent moisture getting into that, I should say. Attempts to prevent it from bloating or changing shape, because right now it's perfectly matched up. Harbor Freight, love this planer, but the actual table here is a dramatic increase of quality for me. Have you done something like this? Let me know. Post some pictures, send me pictures. I'm curious. What's your thoughts? Throw them into the comments. Yeah, on to the next video.